Hello beautiful Virgo, thank you so much for being here today. My name's Marie Rose and today we're here to bring you your horoscope for the following week, for the following weeks or months. It's a timeless reading, so whenever you find this message is for you. Let's see what we have here for Virgo, please. Share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. Virgo, right now it's important that you speak. You say what you want, you say what you mean, you say what you need. This is a time that you've been contemplating a lot of things in your life and now it's time to speak up. Don't be afraid of how others are going to receive it. Don't be afraid of what you've got to say. Be afraid if you don't speak up and you live in regret or live with this heaviness that you carry every day by not speaking up. Now is the time for you to speak up. Be who you need to be and say what you need to say without fear, without being worried about being judged, without being worried about how others are going to perceive you. The most truth we can live with is being true to ourselves. And when we're not true to ourselves, that's when we carry this heaviness of regret, this void of not being able to be fulfilled because we haven't spoken up. Now's your time to speak up and say what you've been thinking, what you've been feeling, what's been hurting you. Tell me if this makes sense to you, Virgo. Let's see what we're talking about here for Virgo, please. The High Priestess, the Four of Swords. It's dragging you down. It's worrying you. It's something you've kept secret within you. The Magician and the Five of Wands. You're worried. You're worried that if you do tell people or this person or voice your opinion in this situation, that people are going to argue with you. You're going to cause unraveling situations, or you're going to have to deal with consequences that you're not ready for. This secret that you keep within you and you think about at night. You think about it when you rest. You think about it in your quiet times. Something that you're feeling but you haven't discussed it. Something that you know is an issue but you don't know how to raise it. Well, now they're saying to you, Virgo, it's time for you to raise that issue, raise that concern, raise what it is that's deep in your heart. Some of you are losing sleep and you will only rest once that's off your chest. Here, you have what it takes. You have the courage, you have the determination, you know who you are. Yes, you may encounter people arguing with you, people not agreeing with you, people having their own opinion, and that's fine. That is perfectly fine. But when you release what you've been keeping within you, that's all that matters, because others can either take it or leave it. They can come to terms with that's how you feel, or they can ignore it. But at least you've let it out. You've done what you needed to do. And you're going to see that you have the right way of bringing information out that makes people understand you or makes people see your point of view. You're a master at that. So don't be afraid to speak up. When you speak up and others understand you, that's what brings happiness into your life, because until you say what you feel, what you want, or what's bothering you, you're not going to reach that happiness that you are hoping for. Especially with someone who is very authoritative. And here you've got the devil. You may be dealing with someone who is too egotistic, toxic, and this is why it worries you about saying what you need to say. But you need to put that person aside. and say you can take it however you want it, but I need to tell you exactly how I feel, what's bothering me, and what I need to say. I need to speak up, and whether you take this the wrong way, however you take it is up to you. But you need to let this person not scare you to speak up. You need to be precise in what you want to say, despite their toxic behaviour or their ego being hurt. That's their problem, not yours. What else do we have here for Virgo, please? Tell me if this is you, Virgo. If you've been wanting to speak up but you're not sure how or what to say. Tell me if this is you. Let's see what we have here for Virgo, please. Empress, you are the Empress, my love. Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. You've got the Magician and then you've got the Empress. You're full of magic. You're magnetic. You've got what it takes to put yourself above all. Despite what others say or feel or want, you know what you need to do. Don't let others scare you. Don't let others get in between or stop you. Don't let other people's words or actions hinder you. You're bigger and better than that. Five of Raphael. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunity for happiness. Search for the silver lining. Right now, it's about letting go of what you didn't say, how you didn't say it. Right now, it's about saying what you need to say so that you don't live with regrets, so that you look for the silver lining when you say what you need to say. You can position it in a way where you don't put anybody down, but it's purely and solely how you feel. Ten of Raphael again. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. Happily ever after. When you speak up, Virgo, you're going to see that everything becomes clear. Everything becomes a lot lighter, a lot more harmonious, a lot more spiritual, and a lot more in peace. The burden, the carrying that you've been doing, not saying what you feel, has been weighing you down. And now, you being able to speak up and get it out there, it's going to bring you a huge amount of relief, huge amount of happiness, and a huge amount of I am who I am, take it or leave it. I feel here that that's where you're at. Underneath, the Eight of Ariel. Take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. If there's something that you don't know how to do, don't push it aside and ignore it. Go out and go and get it. Fulfill your need. Make yourself the magician with everything that you need. And if that means that you are doubting yourself in an area in your life, if that means that you're not understanding something, speak up. Be the one that says, I take control of my learning, my education, and my life. And if you need to have someone repeat themselves because you didn't understand it, don't be scared to ask. Don't be scared because either one, you are paying, or two, this is your learning we're talking about. And if you don't control that or tell people that you need more assistance or more explanation or they need to re-show you something, then do it. Because if you don't speak up, things will be forgotten and then you won't have everything you need. You need all your tools, you need to understand it, you need to feel comfortable, you need to be right. And if you're not right to create the magic in your life because something's missing, then now's the time to go and learn it or feel it or go and find it. Speak up and say what you need, because only then you'll find the happiness. Let's see what animal spirit comes out for Virgo, please. Does that make sense to anyone here, Virgo? Tell me if this is you in any of the cases we mentioned. It could be any case, but they were just examples. There you go, the crane. What have we got? Look at that. Balance and peace arrives through patience. Be patient right now with yourself, Virgo. Be patient with those around you, but finding the balance within yourself, the patience within yourself. Be patient with your journey. Be patient with your learning. Be patient with your progress. Be patient with what you're doing. You owe it to yourself to be patient with yourself. Sometimes we put excess pressure on ourselves, and it's excess pressure that we don't need, and we're our own worst enemies there. What have we got for love and romance for Virgo, please? Love and romance for Virgo. Toxicity. We talked about that. Toxic relationships can drain your energy and self-worth. Be aware. Don't let anybody question you. Don't let anybody put you down, Virgo. Don't let anybody tell you what you're worth. You know what you're worth. It's not up to others to be the judge. You judge yourself. And when other people judge you, you have an option then to take it or walk away. What we accept from others is the way that they will continue to treat us. When we say no more, I'm not accepting this anymore, then they need to make a decision then how they're going to react. But you need to be your biggest fan. Toxicity doesn't live in your circle. And people that are toxic with you, Virgo, says more about them than what it does about you. So don't let anybody put you down and say that you're not good enough. Gifts. Love's greatest gift is the ability of truly understanding one another. Take the time to understand yourself first. When you understand yourself and what you want and what you need and what you deserve, then you will understand how others fit into that. But firstly, make you number one, understanding your needs, your wants, your hopes and dreams, and then express those. And if people match that, then that's great, happily ever after. But if people don't, then there has to be either a compromise between the two that is good for the two. Together you are better if you're on the same page and with respect. I hope that makes sense to someone here, Virgo. Let me know in the comments. Lots of love and light. Thank you. Bye-bye.